We study the financial behavior of households and businesses because we believe that all people deserve a chance to get ahead. We think a powerful pathway to helping people who are living on the margins is to figure out how to help them build stronger enterprises. Their success can translate into better options for their customers, into higher pay and greater stability for their workers, and it supports their families and broader communities. Helping small firms grow provides a platform for communities to build on. These are businesses that fix cars, that process dairy products, that make leather goods or manufacture clothing. They supply people and economies with many, many other goods and services. And because of their importance in local and global economies, we need to understand why many small firms don't grow, and also why others are succeeding.
So we're now at a really important moment for our understanding of what helps firms grow. We've had a decade of useful research that looks at different policies and tests whether some policies are working or not. And what we found is that often these policies don't work as well as we would like. And so that's why I'm really excited about this new initiative, which will allow us to dig deeper and understand some of the fundamentals of small firm behavior.
It is important to understand the unique challenges and nuances faced by small businesses to help both government and private sector players to reduce inequality and increase financial security amongst underserved communities.
That's the motivation behind the Small Firm Diaries, a 3-year global research initiative to better understand the small firms that are at the core of the economic lives of more than 1 billion people living in or near poverty. With funding from the MasterCard Center for Inclusive Growth, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, Andy, the Argyrius Foundation, and UNISCAP, our project will follow over 100 small firms in each of 7 countries. We're working with 2 organizations, MFO and Lyft, with deep experience doing financial diaries. And we're building on previous studies on households, like Portfolios of the Poor and the U.S. Financial Diaries. Unlike traditional surveys, which provide static snapshots of firms, the Small Firm Diaries will track each firm's financial flows and the choices behind those flows every week for a full year. We'll spend time with firm owners, with employees, with customers, and suppliers. We'll be able to see the wages these firms pay, everything they spend in digital and cash, everything they borrow, formal or informal, the credit they offer customers, and so much more.
By visiting the businesses weekly, Financial Diaries researchers are able to build trusted relationships with their respondents and understand their cash flows and the story behind their cash flow and the decisions that the firm owners make.
What motivates firms to make the decisions they make? What do they choose to invest in? And importantly, what not to invest in?
There's a gender lens on those questions. Women-led firms seem to be less profitable than their male-owned counterparts. They often have fewer employees and are less likely to grow. This project will be exploring those barriers and the reasons behind the gender profit gap.
Another important question is about the role of digital financial services. During the pandemic, we saw an acceleration of digital usage. But to what extent are firms of this size able to take advantage of the potential benefits?
I think this first of its kind research is going to be critical to designing tools and services that work better for small firm owners, their suppliers, and their customers. And we really hope this research will be a foundation that guides financial service providers, fintechs, policymakers, and regulators as we seek to ensure that the digital economy works for everyone, everywhere.
Entrepreneurs can embed fintech services into any value chain, but only if they really understand their customers very well. That's why I'm excited about the insights coming out of the Small Firms Diaries, as they will be priceless for startups developing solutions that can be affordable, appropriate, and accessible for all.
To lay the groundwork for this, we are partnered with local organizations in each of the 7 Small Firm Diaries countries. Partnerships like these are helping us learn from people who are already trying to tackle the challenges that small firms face, so that we can have their ideas and their input into our research questions, and so that our findings speak directly to them.
I see a real need for this kind of information about small businesses. For example, how they're contracted within the supply chain, the compliance requirements they use when engaging employees and temporary workers, and how they keep the documentation and financial records.
Understanding how firm owners make decisions, how they invest in their businesses, when they choose to adopt new technologies, and why, is the key to helping firms achieve their goals.
The Small Firm Diaries will answer critical questions about the best design of programs, products, and policies for small businesses, so that small firms can create more jobs, better serve customers, and drive growth in their communities.